Hello there, this is Corin, and today it's gonna be a long time no see Saipan match. Well, it's usually you don't see me uploading a lot of tier 6 matches, but today I just felt like playing Saipan 2 matches. The first match was 5 destroyers, which was absolutely terrible. Still managed to get 130k, but it was because of the battleships. And then the second match I got was actually pretty nice. So it's about being aggressive and like trying to beat the shit out of the enemy team when they don't have much gun power or firepower to fight back. Their GZ was their Zeppelin was the same CV as last match, and I don't know, it's just shit talking him a bit. And here, maybe I forgot to talk about the matchmaking, but anyways, there are only 2 destroyers, and it seems like Helena is the only cruiser that has actually good aim, so I just went to strike it. I hope that I can kill the Helena as soon as possible. Here I made a, I don't know, gamer turn to strike the Minsk. Well, those are tiny Tims, so I don't expect much, but at least since this is a double carrier match, I already got the information to like which ships are where are they going. Like Colorado is trying to transfer to the west flank, and I'm just gonna strike it with torpedoes. So I'm up against Zeppelin, and in this match we'll see a lot of fighter wargaming trying to make fighters fun and engaging, but there are some specific ways to to negate their effect. Like right here, I knew that GZ was going to come back. I just dropped fighters, and then he somehow dropped after I did. It's kind of funny. The Colorado actually did a gamer turn, which was I think like 90% of the player base wouldn't. Well, on NA, I mean, they would dodge Asia. Here, didn't focus the ellipse well enough, but it's just a cross drop, and I know that I forced the Colorado's ACP because of the early flood. I'm gonna follow up with a bomb drop right after to hope that I can get myself a I don't know, a fire. And here I think I just I went a bit tunnel vision, thinking that Colorado anti-air was trash. So I just pre-dropped. Well, it wasn't pre-drop. It was a really stupid thing, like trying to strike with only 2 planes, and it did work, right? I got 2 planes off. I got 2 pens of fire. It was what I wanted, so I think it's that'll do actually. So here I kind of wanted to go after the Colorado again for the 3rd time, and our Monarch died. Team flank the morons, says team's a joke, I guess. Okay, so I thought maybe it's time to get good, and then yeah, A does nothing. It was kind of funny, man. Like, I went over the Terran to kind of drop on it, like to kind of drop on the Helena, but I couldn't dodge a flak. Well, I know she's like really low HP, but I don't really think that I was the one that dealt damage. Maybe I spotted her, I don't know. But it's time that I wipe her out, since the longer she's alive, the more pressure or the more damage she deals to my anti-air, and I hope that I can kill her sooner, as soon as possible. Here I'm going to do a really nice drop on the Helena, 2 pens, and here I was thinking, like, I was glancing at the map, so we're actually even in ships, but our east flank is kind of collapsing a bit hard, so I'm going to help them a bit. Like, I can just ditch my west flank because they're just already forming a defensive line or something, and the enemy team is actually not pushing. So, in addition to my positioning right here, I was trying to duck behind the island at G5, and yeah, this was a really weird drop. But anyways, I like this map because I can just get so close to the middle and not get spotted, and fly planes over it. It's kind of like a trap, I think, or is it loop? I kind of forgot the map's name. Yikes. And alright, anyways, I managed to get 5 torps on this Turbits, forced her DCP. I bet she used her DCP after a flood and I don't know, a Bismarck? A Bismarck, maybe. We are behind in points, but I can tell from my positioning, I'm actually really close to like my targets. They're all pushing into me, and I am not bowing, so it means that I'm actually in a safe position. Well, I mean, I can run faster than being bowing. Here I get drop on the Turbits, and I think I'm going for the Colorado. Right here. They got 2 fires on the Turbits. I think she's dead. Well, I mean, maybe our Shokaku would KS him. But I have 2 fires on him, so I think it's enough for our team to kill the Turbits. Now, the angle here was quite questionable, since I know that the Colorado was turning in. But I guess it's just something I had to attack from this angle. Top heel, then trying to cross drop it. And by the way, the reason, well, maybe I think it's a mistake, but I procced the heel before before my first drop, accidentally KS'd the Colorado with flood damage. But I do know that Atago has really terrible anti-air, so I thought, so if I just healed the instant damage from the Atago and the Colorado, I think it would be okay. I mean, it would be, my planes would take less damage if I just healed the first attack and took the damage from the second. This is what I thought. I haven't really tested it yet before, but it was just my mindset back then. I'm just not sure if it worked anyways. So, here, as expected, I was going to strike the Atago, grab Zeppelin, drop fighters here. I kind of wanted a pre-drop, but I thought, well, you know what? Frick it. I'm just going in. And got another fire on the Atago. I think she was on 2 fires already, or maybe 1 more. And somehow, A does nothing. By the way, A does nothing. Like, really, bless our Cleveland, man. That strike, that DFA from Cleveland, that was actually really important. Well, the AA support, I mean. Saipan has literally no anti-air range. 3.5 kilometers, by the way, no flak at all. So it was pretty much the Cleveland that helped me with, like, fending off that Shogaku drop. Here, originally I wanted to go for the King George, but here, maybe I should pause, but, so I went from behind, since I thought that, alright, so here, let's get back here a bit. Initially I wanted to go for the King George, to just, go strike it anyways, but then I realized that, like, by plane spotting, right here, Atago's HP started to drop, stopped to drop. So, I just went around the island, and then, okay, I skipped the very important part about predicting this Atago's movement. It's right, like, the Atago's, I don't know, is that a starboard or something? I forgot which, anyways, the right side of the Atago was an island, so if it sailed straight, it would bump into, like, this island here. So, I know that it's going to turn left, and that's why I didn't need to turn all the way, like, behind the Atago and then start my attack. Like, I might whiff, I might miss. I only have 4 bombs, and I want to make sure that they are going to. So here, kind of drag it around a bit. and then drop on the attack. 2 pens would work pretty well. And here, I pretty much cleared, I don't know, they died kind of fast. We lost 12, 13 ships in total in like about 9 minutes, and I'm gonna kill this King George with my speed bombs. And after that, it's pretty much game over. It was actually a demonstration of how to stomp tier 6, I guess, with Saipan, which is, I don't know, she's just my favorite carrier in tier 8. Here, King George dodges as usual, and that torpedo spread though, that torpedo, like there were 2 torps in the middle of that one. Feels very balanced. A Sugar torpedo alpha is really good, and what was that shift again? Anyways, so here, now that the King George is dead, I'm just going to go for ghost striking their carrier, because in a double CB match, the very important thing is that, like something really important is that you can go for, like, you can just go snipe CV if you want, of course, but sometimes it's the more important thing is about killing their surface ships faster than the enemy team does. So after, like, I pretty much killed all of their battleships, I know that there is not much of a threat except their Devonshire or whatever, but our Cleveland is keeping her occupied, so I know that's not be shooting at me. Here I'm just going to start striking the Graf Zeppelin. Drops fighter on herself, but it's not really, I mean, dropping fighters right on top of your carrier is kind of weird, since the enemy is still going to get their attack off. So I put fighters where I think my autopilot was guiding me, and went for, like, started to harass this Graf Zeppelin, farmed a lot of damage by the way. And since Graf Zeppelin, I mean, all straight lining carriers, they're like 30 something knots, which is really fast for a ship with such size. So I knew that I had to read a lot, and this is what you do when you strike carriers. They're like 30 something knots. You can think of like striking a cruiser when you're striking a carrier, but maybe the carrier is even faster, since the cruiser might be turning, losing momentum. We don't know. Maybe. Cleveland gets memed by Graf Zeppelin second. And by the way, somebody was complaining about the team. And okay, I should have rocketed their Zeppelin down. And since like now there's only a Shure, a Shogaku, and my Saipan in the very middle of the map, closest to both of their squadrons, so I guess I'm gonna get struck a lot by these folks. Just hope that my fighters do something to kind of delay their damage on me, so I can kill them first. Okay, so now we've got a high caliber. And there, okay, so here's something I forgot to tell you. The thing is, I wanted to bait the Shogaku fighters first, so that I could follow up with my torpedo bombers. So here I went for the strike, right? And then her fighters just spawned. And so I struck first, kind of slowed down here, and then recalled after the fighters attacked me, so that her fighters would go for my rockets, if they really did, but I don't think so, since, well, you can tell by the results later. It was kind of, I don't know, I think it was a mistake I made. So the Shugu dropped fighters right on top of her, and her fighters are still active. So that means that I failed the tag, which was kind of embarrassing. I should have done better there. But our Shugu was really generous, so she went for the strike first. She tagged literally 9 fighters. Like, by the way, the Shugu, I think she's a fighter control carrier for some reason. And anyways, now that I can actually strike this Shogaku for free. Bless our Shogaku, man. He's these guys are just team players. Get my final drop on her. I think it's the kill since I have proximity fuse. And this Shogaku though is really striking me for free. Okay, well at least I killed the Shogaku, right? But like she struck me, I don't know, 2 or 3 times, which was kind of funny. So someone was complaining in the chat. Maybe I should look through them. I haven't actually read them in my match because I was focused on the Minsk. That's what happens when our CVs are better than your cruisers. I don't know what he's talking about. Or you have battleships who make dumb decisions, like rushing a battleship. Okay, that has deep waters. What? Okay, rushing a destroyer that has deep waters. That makes sense, but alright, 13 minutes 59. Who had deep waters? What? Okay, nobody did. Okay, so back to our replay. Here. I had to go for the Minsk. I somehow got four kills, high caliber. A defense expert that was like, give me my Kraken. Kind of funny. But here you can see, since I killed their CD, I didn't need, I mean, like the Minsk had to come out and make himself like exposed to my air spotting, so in order to kill me. But I think he was a bit too much into striking me, and whoop, got my Kraken. So yeah, that was all for this match, and let me switch to the results. Alright, now we're back, and okay, as you can see, I played a Saipan match before. I did a lot of torpedo. I mean, I made torpedoes on Saipan anyways. Farmed a hell lot of things from their team, and it was pretty much how you play. I mean, how I play Saipan. To just be aggressive with my detection, know what can kill me and what can't. Like for Saipan, it's actually planes that can kill me, and then it's the enemy battleship salvo, and I have to be very careful about air spotting since actually Saipan has worse air detection than Lexington does. So plane spotting is what actually can kill a Saipan. She only has 3.5 kilometers of anti-air, and of course the battleship can definitely flat me. So if you watched, actually realized that there was a Saipan video I was going to make, but it's been there for like a few months. Yikes. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. In my previous Massachusetts video, I somehow worked a long time on it, but I'm not sure if you really liked it, like the style of it, since I added a lot of Azur references into it. Like, well, I do have Massa in Azur. And that's all. So, if you guys enjoyed, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.